Okay, so the first question I've been asked is, what can we expect from an Outburst event? Well, to be honest, I'm just trying to keep things really diverse. I've been DJing for 20 years now, and when I first started DJing and just being a clubber in general, things were a lot different back then. You used to go to like a festival or a nightclub, and the whole night was covered with different types of DJs, different styles of music. The whole night was like literally a roller coaster of music, and you didn't know what was coming next. And I think a lot of that has been lost with the new events, where it's just like, trance DJ, trance DJ, trance DJ. So because I'm playing for the full night myself, it's like an open to close night. I'm playing all sorts of different styles of music. You're going to hear trance, tech trance, techno, different styles of techno, where you've got deep techno, hard techno, and also maybe some psy-trance, and also some old school, some rave, some classics, classic techno, classic trance. So I think that the key word is just diversity. That's the whole point in Outburst. So yeah, it's going to be a good one. So I've also been asked, it says that we see that you love techno, are you going to be incorporating more into your sets? Well, I think it's down to playing the longer sets. This is why I want to do open to close sets, because it lets me play more of the music that I love. I've loved techno for years, and I want to play as much of it as I can in my sets. Now, I know that not everybody loves techno. There's a lot of the trance guys can live without it, but I think the more people that hear techno, the more people that will like it. And I think it's such a good type of music to mix in with trance as well, because it really makes sets more interesting and really shakes things up. And I think techno is it's a lot more fun to mix with. You can do more with it, you can loop things, you can do lots of cool effects and just really add a whole lot more groove to your sets. Whereas trance is all, very much, a lot of it is generic, and that's why I've always loved tech trance, because it fuses both of them. So I think if you catch me doing like a 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour set, there's always a very, very big chance that a big chunk of that is going to be techno. Whereas if you're on playing at a festival for 1 hour, then most people and the promoters expect you to play all your biggest tracks in 1 hour, which, obviously that can be fun as well. But for me, it's about being diverse and trying to play as many styles of music in a longer set. For me, that is it's 100 times more enjoyable than just playing trance for an hour. Okay, you've asked me if there's any chance of future collabs with my old colleague James Allen. Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing stopping us from doing that, apart from the fact I've just had an awful lot on, and also James has got his own stuff going on as well. So James is in that room next door to me, so that there's not really any excuse for us not to do something again in the future. Obviously we used to do all the public domain stuff together, and then obviously we did stuff on Detox. So yeah, we've already discussed re-releasing some of our older stuff with some new remixes. Maybe some of the old Detox releases will come back round again on Outburst, and I think next year we'll have to try and get ourselves into the same room and try and get some new tech trance stuff done. My favourite trance track of all time has to be the Matt Darey versus Red Jerry remix of Westbam Wizards of the Sonic. It's just such an amazing track, and when it came out, I think it came out in 1999, and it was so far ahead of its time. Just the sounds and the way Matt Darey put it all together with the atmospherics and the chords and the effects, everything was just absolutely spot on, and the emotion that he's managed to put into the breakdown of that track is just second to none. I've never heard anything like it in my life, and there's nothing that's come out since then that's blown me away as much as that track has, and I always try and play it in as many DJ sets as I can. So yeah, that's definitely my favourite trance track. The next question I've been asked is, who are my favourite producers just now? Well, I think it has to be guys like Alex DiStefano, who I think is an absolute genius. You've got some of the other guys that have signed to Outburst and Techburst, guys like Tempo Giusto, Second Phase, Jamie Walker, my old friend David Forbes, Stephen Kirkwood, Paul Thomas and Shadow of Two. They've just absolutely smashing it just now, and they've all got stuff coming up in Outburst as well, which is really cool. And also some of the techno guys that I've always liked and really like just now are guys like Industrializer and The Advent. Also some of the Scottish guys like Gary Beck, Stevie Wilson, Also, I've already mentioned Second Phase, but they're now doing techno stuff as well, and their stuff is absolutely incredible. So it's good to have these guys on board, and it's really enjoyable working with them, just to see what they've got coming up next in the studio. Also, guys like Gene Cars, I've got like a couple of collabs coming up with Gene, and also some of the older guys that I still really love, especially their older stuff, is like Mauro Picotto, Sander Van Doorn, Marco V, and also I really used to enjoy Orjan Nielsen's older stuff as well. So yeah, it's quite a broad range of guys that I like, but yeah, they're all very, very talented, and it's always a pleasure playing their stuff. You've asked me, am I going to crowd surf again at Cielo next weekend? Well, if you guys are up for it, if the dance floor is busy enough, and if you think you can carry an 80 kilogram guy over your heads, then yeah, let's go for it. I don't see why not. So anyway, that's it from me. I'll see you at the first ever Outburst event in New York next weekend at Cielo with Escala on the 30th of October. I'll see you soon.